In a shocking turn of events for the Green Bay Packers, the running back position is already in a state of flux just 1 week into OTAs. The potential absence of Josh Jacobs due to serious legal issues has sent ripples through the organization, forcing them to confront a critical moment in their offseason strategy. Where are you watching from, Packers fans? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we dive into the implications of this situation. Josh Jacobs, a cornerstone of the Packers' offensive scheme, recently found himself at the center of controversy after being arrested on multiple felony charges, including strangulation and suffocation. This alarming news came after a police response to a disturbance call, leading to his booking at Brown County Jail on May 26th. Just a day later, Jacobs was released without bail, and his legal team has publicly denied the allegations, urging for fairness while the judicial process unfolds. The Packers' immediate response has been cautious. They canceled player media availability following Jacobs' arrest and offered a brief statement that reflects the team's commitment to respecting the ongoing legal proceedings. However, this situation creates an undeniable dilemma for Green Bay. The football side of operations must now prepare for a future that might not include Jacobs, at least in the near term. Behind Jacobs, the depth chart looks thin. Veteran Chris Brooks, MarShawn Lloyd, Pierre Strong, Damien Martinez, and rookie Jaden Nixon round out the running back room. Notably absent is Emmanuel Wilson, who was a fill-in last season during Jacobs' previous absences. Lloyd, a promising third-round pick from 2024, has seen limited action due to injury concerns, and the Packers chose not to bolster their backfield through free agency or the draft. This raises an important question. Can Green Bay afford to rely on this group if Jacobs is unavailable? Coach Matt LaFleur addressed the situation candidly during OTAs, stating, "I like the guys that we have, but certainly you can never have enough. That's for sure." It's evident that he is aware of the precarious nature of Jacobs' circumstances and the weight of his absence on the team's overall performance. Jacobs isn't merely a runner. He's pivotal in protection schemes, play-action setups, and short-yardage situations. His absence could significantly disrupt the offensive rhythm that the Packers have been working to build. As Green Bay navigates this turbulent time, they must prepare for 2 scenarios: a waiting game concerning Jacobs' legal battles and a proactive strategy in case he faces suspension or extended unavailability. The next few weeks are critical. The Packers' voluntary OTAs will continue until June 18th, with mandatory minicamp scheduled for June 9th to 11th. These sessions are essential for evaluating and giving reps to those who might need to step up in Jacobs' absence. It's imperative that the coaching staff maximizes these opportunities for their backup running backs. They need not only to develop the physical skills necessary for the position, but also to ensure they're well-versed in blitz pickups and passing game checkdowns. The last thing Green Bay can afford is to be caught off guard when training camp rolls around. Ultimately, the Packers are at a crossroads. They must maintain a dual approach while the legal situation plays out, all the while ensuring that their offense is well prepared for the uncertainty ahead. As fans, we know the stakes are high. The success of our beloved team could hinge on how well they adapt to this evolving situation. With Jacobs' status hanging in the balance, the Packers have a lot to consider, and the pressure is mounting. As we transition to our next segment, let's keep this momentum going and delve deeper into the team's overall strategies moving forward.
The Green Bay Packers find themselves navigating a precarious situation as running back Josh Jacobs' recent arrest throws the team's depth chart into disarray. The legal troubles surrounding Jacobs, who turned himself in to police last week, raise immediate questions about the stability of the running back position. With felony charges including strangulation and suffocation, alongside several misdemeanors, Jacobs' future with the team hangs in the balance. His attorneys have asserted his innocence, calling for fairness as the judicial process unfolds, but the Packers must prepare for the worst. The timing couldn't be more critical for Green Bay. With Jacobs being a 3-time Pro Bowler, boasting a staggering 7,803 rushing yards and 74 touchdowns over his 7 seasons, he is not just any player. He is a cornerstone of the offense. His ability to influence play-action calls and short-yardage situations is pivotal in taking pressure off quarterback Jordan Love. The Packers are left pondering the severity of Jacobs' legal situation and how it might impact their offensive structure moving forward. In the wake of this uncertainty, the Packers have a window of opportunity to evaluate their backup options. Currently, The depth chart features Chris Brooks, MarShawn Lloyd, Pierre Strong, Damien Martinez, and rookie Jaden Nixon, all of whom will need to step up significantly if Jacobs is unavailable. However, the decision to move on from Emmanuel Wilson, who had previously filled in capably during Jacobs' absences, looms large. Interestingly, Lloyd's situation is particularly worrisome. He has played just one NFL game in 2 years due to injuries. This lack of experience could be a major liability for Green Bay. Head coach Matt LaFleur has acknowledged the urgency of the situation, stating, "I like the guys that we have, but certainly you can never have enough." This sentiment underscores the reality that while the team is optimistic about their current roster, they must also be prepared for unforeseen circumstances. The urgency of the upcoming voluntary OTAs and mandatory minicamp cannot be understated, as these sessions are crucial for the backs behind Jacobs to gain essential reps and build chemistry with the offensive line and quarterback. As Green Bay continues to navigate the dual tracks of Jacobs' legal issues and their football preparations, they must remain vigilant. The NFL has acknowledged being in contact with the Packers regarding this matter, indicating that a personal conduct review may be forthcoming. The reality is that if Jacobs faces suspension or is otherwise unavailable, the Packers need a robust backup plan that can handle the demands of the offense. This cannot be an afterthought. It needs to be a primary focus during OTAs and minicamp. With the Packers' commitment to ensuring that their offense remains a well-oiled machine, they can't afford to be caught flat-footed. The coaching staff must instill confidence in their depth players while maintaining a clear understanding of the legal proceedings surrounding Jacobs. As fans, we can only hope that Jacobs can navigate this turmoil and return to the field, but in the meantime, the Packers must prepare for all potential outcomes. As the Packers gear up for their upcoming practices, it's an opportune moment for fans to weigh in. Where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on the team's running back situation? It's a critical juncture, and every opinion matters as we rally behind our team. Let's keep the conversation going as we move into the next segment, where we'll dive deeper into the implications of Jacobs' situation on the team's strategy moving forward.
As we dive deeper into the current state of the Green Bay Packers, the opening OTA session has unveiled more than just drills. It has spotlighted the hurdles that lie ahead, particularly for players on the mend from injuries. With a staggering 16 members of the roster sidelined, this session revealed the challenges the team faces as they transition from early May into the heat of training camp. One of the few bright spots was the return of Devonni Reed at linebacker, who shook off an undisclosed injury that had kept him from participating in rookie minicamp. His presence on the field is a relief as the coaching staff looks to solidify the defensive lineup. In a proactive move, the Packers have also added former Maryland standout Ifeanyi Gotai to the roster. While officially listed as a defensive back, Gotai's collegiate experience largely came at linebacker, indicating the Packers are looking for versatile talent to bolster their defense during this critical phase. However, it's impossible to ignore the absences that lingered over the practice field. Landon Young left the session early, and his return remains uncertain, joining the ranks of other key players like Isaiah McDuffie, who is nursing a shoulder injury, and fullback Kenny Clark, who has been dealing with an ankle issue. The absence of Micah Parsons, the all-pro edge rusher acquired from Dallas this offseason, looms large. Coach Matt LaFleur provided an update, stating that Parsons is making progress in his recovery from an ACL injury, but will likely begin training camp on the physically unable to perform (PUP) list. This new rule means Parsons could miss at least 4 games if he remains on the list into the regular season, though he could return to practice as early as Week 3. With Parsons sidelined, Lucas Van Ness and Barron Sorrell stepped up, taking on first-team defensive duties, while Brenton Cox Jr. rotated in behind them. It's crucial for these young players to seize this opportunity, especially as they adapt to the new system under defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. Meanwhile, Tucker Kraft and Zach Tom continue their rehab away from the main group, with LaFleur expressing optimism about their return by training camp. Kraft showcased impressive stats before his injury last season, amassing 32 receptions for 489 yards and 6 touchdowns in just 8 games. His potential return could be a game-changer for the Packers offense. On the offensive line, Darian Kinnard filled in at right tackle, showcasing the depth the Packers have at this position. At tight end, Luke Musgrave and Josh Wall took the bulk of the reps, further emphasizing the need for strong contributions from every player, especially with key figures absent. With Devontae Wyatt unavailable, the Packers got a closer look at their interior defensive line. Javon Hargrave, who joined from Philadelphia, took first-team reps alongside Carl Brooks and rookie Chris McClellan, while Warren Brinson also saw time in the rotation. This exposure is vital, as Gannon's new system demands adaptability and understanding from all players involved. The secondary also saw some interesting pairings, with Carrington Valentine opposite Jaden Nixon and rookie Brandon Cisse getting some crucial snaps. Evan Williams made a notable impact with a strong defensive play, intercepting a deep pass from Jordan Love that was intended for Christian Watson. The wind may have played a role in that miscommunication, but it serves as a reminder of the adjustments that need to be made. Nixon's defensive work against Musgrave showcased his ability to hold his ground under pressure, while Watson later responded with an impressive deep catch on a crossing route, highlighting the potential for explosive plays. As we reflect on this OTA session, it's clear that the long-term success of the Packers will be heavily influenced by the health and performance of their rehab group. The players currently on the field are crucial in forcing the coaching staff to reevaluate the depth chart once the injured players return. The current reps being taken aren't just about filling gaps. They offer a glimpse into the future and the potential battle for roster spots. As we wrap up this segment, it's essential to remember that the stakes are high for the Packers. Each practice, each drill, is an opportunity to solidify their standing as contenders. Fans, where are you watching from? What are your thoughts on the current roster and the impacts of these injuries? Leave your comments below and let's discuss. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on the Green Bay Packers. Together, we'll navigate this exciting, yet challenging season ahead.